Check, check. Good morning. Good morning, kids. Good morning, parents, teachers. Thank you for coming today. My name is Officer Larson, or as the kids call me, Officer Lauren, and I am their DARE officer here at Bracher School. So I'd like to welcome you all to your children's DARE graduation. I'd like to begin by inviting the following students to the podium to lead us in the Pledge of Allegiance. So can I have Student Body President Matthew Nguyen, as well as Student Body Secretary Myra Gonzalez.
Please stand, face the flag. Ready, begin.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Thank you, kids. All right, so I'm going to take just a few minutes to tell you guys what we've been doing for the last 3 months. So DARE is a program that was started in 1983 by Chief Daryl Gates with the Los Angeles Police Department. DARE stands for Drug Abuse Resistance Education. It was initially created to teach kids about substance abuse, but over the years it's morphed and expanded to where it now focuses on topics like the health effects of alcohol and tobacco, how to handle peer pressure, how to deal with stress, making safe and responsible choices, bullying, effective communication, and being a good citizen. So hopefully we really honed in on those skills and you guys will be able to use them through middle school and high school and throughout the rest of your lives. I want to take a minute and just introduce some very important guests who came to congratulate you kids today. So starting at the very far end, we have the Chief of Santa Clara Police Department, Michael Sellers. The Assistant Chief, Dan Winter. Captain Wahid Kazem. The School Board Superintendent, Dr. Stanley Rose. The School Board President, Andy Ratterman. And School Board Member, Jody Muirhead. A very familiar face, all you kids should recognize, your principal, Wayne Lee. And a very important special guest speaker. I promised you guys we'd have a surprise guest speaker. It's going to be Miss California, Jessica Carmack. And if I could have Chief Sellers come up.
Come on. How are you guys doing?
Good.
How'd Officer Larson do? She do a good job?
Yes.
So I just have to ask you, where's my flowers? That's awfully sweet of you that you guys got her some flowers today. I really appreciate that. I'm sure she does. You know, I am just so happy to be here and so proud of each and every one of you for completing the DARE program. And I really hope that you really learned a lot in the class. And I think one of the biggest lessons, most important lesson is the ability to use the DARE decision-making model. Because I think that's going to really help you make tough decisions as you move forward in life, especially when you go into high school and further education and deal with different stresses that you'll be faced with. So it's really, really important that you guys remember how to use that DARE decision-making model, okay? But also, I want you to know that you have other people to help you, to support you when you come across those tough decisions, okay? Your family members here, you know, they're back there, they're here to support you. You can always turn to them to help make those tough decisions, okay, and get some guidance. Your school teachers, okay? You have the members up here and all my officers who wear the uniform, always here. So my message is, you don't need to make the decision by yourself. There's somebody always here to help you, okay, to make those tough decisions. But again, I'm just very, very proud. Parents, family members, I just want to thank you for taking time out of your busy schedule to be here. I think it is very, very important that you are involved in your children's lives and be very supportive and have that dialogue and support at home. So again, thank you very much. And I have to tell you, you are very lucky to have your children in the Santa Clara Unified School District. We have a great working relationship with the school district. And the fact that the superintendent and board members are here just really shows and demonstrates how supportive they are for this program, but also for your children. So you should be very happy and proud that they're here to support you. And then teachers, I just want to thank you very quickly, just to thank you that, I know Officer Warren comes in your classroom probably very disruptive and turns the classroom upside down, but each and every week you welcome her back. So, you know, the program couldn't be successful without your support. So kids, congratulations, and I look forward to giving you your certificates. Thank you.
Thank you, Chief. Dr. Stanley Rose.
Yeah, you did.
Officer Lauren told me I had 30 minutes to talk to you guys. I'll try to do it in one. Okay. The Chief is right. This decision-making model that helps you make good decisions is a great lesson to learn from the weeks that you've had of training in the DARE program. And my part of this message is that the decisions you make are not those big ones. They're there always. The big ones you make about where to go to college, what job to take, those kinds of things, the big ones that come in life. But the ones that really define you as a person are the ones that you make on a daily basis. The ones you make every day when you decide to get up and come to school and be there, to be present, to be there for your friends, to be there for your parents and support them while they support you, and be the best kids you can be. It's those little decisions that you can make every day. Or as my dad used to say to me, if you can look yourself in the mirror every day and be proud of what you see, then that's what you want to do. So I want you to use these rules that you've learned about making decisions going forward to make decisions on a daily basis that make your life meaningful and rewarding and help make you contribute to your community. You may hear from Miss California in a minute. She is a student here. She grew up here, and she came back here because I'm sure part of her, and I'm reading into this and we've never talked about it, has to do with coming back and serving the community in which she grew up. I'd like you to think about that because this community is a great community, and if you grow up and decide to come back and serve the community in which you live, you'll be doing a great thing, and you'll be making your parents very proud. Parents, I hope you are very proud of these kids. They're the best. You guys are great kids. We're very proud of you. Congratulations.
Principal Leach.
I'm not going to come down there. I'm going to stay up here. On Friday mornings, you guys, I've been talking to you all year about how will you be remembered. You're remembered by your choices. We talk about this, and I hopefully remember it as I talk to you on Fridays. About someday you're going to look in that yearbook and go back and look about yourself, and you're going to look at your friends, and you're going to think about who was in my class. And I wonder what happened to them, or some of them may still be your friends. But how you'll be remembered, as you've heard before, is on the choices that you make and decisions that you live by. Are you a friend? Are you making a good choice? Is this the best thing that I should be doing? Am I the studious person, or am I the class clown? You choose that. You choose that. And as we stand here today and talk to you about the DARE program, all of you are going to have to make a choice in your life at some point in time when it comes to drugs and alcohol and other types of things. And you've been given by Officer Lauren a decision matrix that you can use. I'm going to challenge you when those times come that you remember this day as fifth graders, when you get there to middle school and high school and college and beyond. When somebody offers you a choice, you make the right choice. And that's how you're remembered, as someone that makes the right choice all the time. I'm really proud of you guys, principal. You are an awesome group of fifth grade kids. And we're going to get to talk a lot more this year about different things. And I'm really proud of you guys today. It's a very big day for you.
And Ms. California, Jessica Carmen.
I'm going to stay up here as well. Down there. Hi guys, I'm so happy to be here today. I'm Jessa, Miss California. I actually went to Briarwood. Does anybody have any friends at Briarwood? school. So I went to Briarwood, went on to Cabrillo, went on to Wilcox, and then San Jose State where I went to college, and now I'm here. But I'm here today because I went through programs like the DARE program, and I've used the DARE decision-making model. So what I want to tell you guys today is that everything that you do today is going to help shape who you are tomorrow, and then the next day, and next day, and next day. Everything that you did yesterday helped get you where you are here today. So that's going to continue on into the rest of your education, into the rest of your whole entire life, all the way into your adulthood, and then maybe when you're up here one day. But I'm so fortunate to live in a community that takes care of their young people and makes sure that all of our young people are educated on things like making decisions, making those really tough decisions. Because when you come into a situation where you're in an uncomfortable position and you're being forced to make that decision that may not be too easy for you, you're lucky because you had the City of Santa Clara and the Santa Clara Unified School District who provided the DARE program for you, and you know how to use that DARE decision-making model. You guys are very lucky because not every school district and not every city has the DARE program, so really value these last 10 weeks that you had with Officer Lauren and think back on it. Think back on how to make those decisions. When you're in a situation where someone's offering you something that you may not want to do or you may not want to have in your life, or you're with someone who you may think that that person may not be the best person to hang out with at this time in my life. It's okay to say no, and it's okay to make that decision and tell them, I'm okay, and walk away from that. In my personal life growing up, from Briarwood to Cabrillo to Wilcox and so on, I've had to use that DARE decision-making model. I've been in situations where someone has offered me something that I really didn't want to do, and it could be hard because there may be other people around you as well that are saying, yeah, go ahead, do it, or let's go do this, Jessa, let's go here, and in the back of your mind, that person in the back of your mind going, hey, I don't think this is the right decision to make, listen to that person because they know what's best for you. So if you ever need help, lean on a friend, lean on a peer, lean on your teachers, lean on the members of your community, lean on your parents, brothers and sisters, anyone that you really feel comfortable talking to help you make that decision, that's the person that can help you through the situation. So you've all had a huge accomplishment today. Congratulations, and this is only one in the many accomplishments you'll have in your life.
Thank you, Jessa. All right, what I'd like to do now is take a minute to thank my lovely teachers for allowing me to come in their room for 3 months and wreak havoc. We had a lot of fun. What do you kids say?
Thank you.
Thank you. And you had a lot of fun, right? Yeah. So well-mannered, these kids. Okay, so let me have Miss Adams and Miss Tulowitzki come on up. And for these lovely ladies, I have some DARE, these are like high-grade DARE thermoses. This is for you. I debated between a box of a dozen donuts for each of them or the thermos, and I chose the thermos. Let's give them a round of applause. All right, and parents, the kids probably came home and told you all about what they had learned and what their favorite thing is and how fun it was to ask me questions, but you might not know that their favorite thing of all was being assigned the DARE essay, right?
Yeah.
This is why I love these kids. They say yes even when I'm joking. But in reality, in lesson 7, they were assigned an essay where they had to basically talk about what they've learned and how they're going to apply the things that they've learned and the lessons that they've learned in the future when they go to middle school, high school, and even beyond. So I read all their essays, and I chose 2 students that I want to come up and have read their essays to you. So if I can have, let's have from room 19, Elena. And from room 20, Ian Gentry. Come on.
Have you ever said just one time can't hurt? Well, I have one word for you. Ouch. If you think one time can hurt you, you are sadly mistaken. Luckily, DARE has taught me one time can hurt. If you go to your friend's house and you know there will be drugs there, then you can go to jail if you are underage. There are a whole bunch of situations you might be in if you choose to do drugs and drink alcohol. I think you should go on the path to success. DARE. What is DARE? DARE is a program for 5th grade students to learn about drugs and alcohol abuse. We learned that people can get addicted really quickly to drugs and it is very hard for people to quit. My favorite thing we learned about was when Officer Lauren showed us her tools. I bet it was everyone's favorite part about DARE as well. No, I'm just kidding. That was one of my favorite parts, though. My real favorite part was when Officer Lauren taught us the effects of drugs and alcohol abuse. I plan to use DARE in my lifetime, and I think you should too. DARE can help us in many ways. It could even save our lives. The reason why we get taught DARE is so us kids don't put our lives in danger. DARE is a great program, and I think kids all over the world should get taught DARE so we can live a healthy life. There are so many situations you might be in, but always say no to drugs and alcohol. Officer Lauren taught us to walk away or change the subject if someone ever offers us drugs or alcohol, because you should not put your life in danger. We should also not hang around people who smoke. I was in that situation like that. Someone offered me drugs and I said no, and that was even before DARE. So if you're 7, 9, or any age, you should say no to drugs. DARE is a great program, and I think everyone should get taught DARE. Kids any age should say no to drugs, and adults should use DARE. DARE is a great program, and it can save our lives.
Hey, do you want to do some drugs? If you are confused on what to say, absolutely say no and then walk away. In DARE, I learned about stress, peer pressure, and the 5 W's of reporting bullying. First, stress is something you can overcome. If you are stressed out for a test or an essay you have to do, you can count to 5 slowly with your eyes closed. This will help you calm down and de-stress yourself. Another option is to use a stress ball or have a timeout. Don't just pout or cry. It won't help you in any way. In fact, it can cause your stress level to go up. If you have something to do that's causing you stress, it's better than to just do it right away. Putting it off can cause you more stress. Second, peer pressure is something that you are able to walk away from. It's obviously not good to be under peer pressure. For instance, if someone is trying to urge you on to do something, like, dude, if you want to be cool, you have to smoke this cigarette. You just have to say no and walk away politely. If you keep trying to tell a parent, teacher, or cop, if they keep trying, tell a parent, teacher, or cop. If you are afraid to just say no because you think your peers will make fun of you, just make up an excuse on why you have to leave. Third, the 5 W's are really important. It stands for who, what, when, where, and why. Who is doing the bullying? What happened during the bullying? When did it happen? Where did it happen? And why did they do this? I can use this to explain to teachers on what happened on the playground. This way I get bullies caught. Remember, if someone asks you to do drugs, say no. Resist the temptation to do the drugs. Use the 5 W's when you see someone being bullied and find ways to relieve your stress. I pledge that even if my life depends on it, I will never do drugs. I promise to everyone that I can be drug-free. Even if people ask me to do drugs, I will say no and walk away. I will stay away from cigarettes and alcohol. Thank you.
Great job, essay winners. So I have a little packet with some goodies in there for you guys. Great job on your essays, and let's give them one more round of applause. All right, now for the moment you kids have all been waiting for. It's graduation time. You're gonna receive your certificates. So we'll do room 19 and then 20. So let me have you guys come up.
All right, great. So, thank you, Officer Lauren. So we'll begin with room 19. Asma, if you'd like to come across. Congratulations. Francis. Ethan.
You're welcome.
Ryan. Jose. Elena. Myra. Ryan.
Get so
Allison. Isabella. Juliana. Khalil. Jocelyn. Justin.
She's throwing things actually. Congratulations, way to go.
Mohammed. Gabby. Abby.
You're welcome.
Miguel. Simone. Timothy. Joseph. Julie. And last but not least, Aaron. Okay, I'm going to invite room 20 to line up.
Okay, our first one, Sumaya. And then we have Sandra, Samantha, Cindy, Anna, or we call her Gabby, Fabian, Jala, Ian, Neha, Richard, Jacob, Raymar, Isaiah, Xavier, Joris, Alex, Valeria, Mia, Marcos, Ron, who we call Julian, Shelby, Jalissa, Kira, and then we have our room 11 friends who joined us. We have Joaquin, Eduardo, Soraya, Isaiah, and last but certainly not least, we have David. Well done, room 20 and room 11 students.
Put everything on the ground.
All right, one more final round of applause for all our graduates. All right, guys, remember I promised you that we might have another surprise guest? Okay. Before I introduce our surprise guest, hold on. It's all right. We are going to, after the surprise guest comes in, we'll greet him and then we'll turn around and face our parents to sing the Dare song that we've all been working on. But before that, let me welcome Darren the Lion to help us sing the Dare song. You'll have plenty of opportunities to mingle with Darren after and take pictures with them. We'll try to get him a brush before those pictures. So, kids, what I want you to do is stand up and face your parents. We're now going to sing the Dare song that we've been working on. All right, key the music.
People can tell me what
I can see that you guys were practicing. I know you all really love the Dare song, so don't let that be the last time you sing it. I really encourage you to practice it and continue to practice it at home, on weeknights when your parents have to work early, and on the weekends, and just several times a day, morning and night. Your parents love that. All right, so I'd like to thank you kids for all the memories and really just giving me a really fun experience teaching you guys. You were all so good, and teachers, thank you for letting me come into the class. I had such a great time. Like I said, this was my first year teaching Dare, and how lucky am I to have a group of kids like you. You guys were awesome kids, and we had so much fun. And parents, thank you for letting me come in, and I'm sure you probably heard when you picked them up from school that they had an officer in there, and the officer talked to them about police stuff and then drugs and alcohol. So thank you for letting me spend that time with your kids as well. And guys, congratulations on your graduation. Good job. So that concludes our ceremony. We'll be sticking around. Darren will be around. We'll take photos with you guys, meet the parents, all that stuff. Congrats, you guys.